Welcome to R&R, Relationships in Real Estate. I'm your host, Chris Silva, and this is my beautiful wife, Corey Silva.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on R&R. Chris and I are the owners of Silva Realty and Silva Lending, and we've been in the real estate and mortgage industry since the early 2000s. We're super excited to have you here. Woo! Well, hello, and welcome to the first week of February. We made it through January, and now it's the first of the month.
Does everybody think of the Bone Thug song every first
Every
of the month?
first of the month, I sing that in my head.
Me
I
too.
rise and shine, sing that.
Me too.
I mean, these young cats probably don't know about
They
that.
have no
but
idea. None.
How fast is this year going? Crazy.
I mean, we're in February. That says it all.
Yes.
I'm still in 2022.
You are?
I mean,
I don't think so.
now we're flying by. I mean, that's life, right? You got,
Yes.
especially after you have kids, like everything goes by so fast all the time.
So quickly. So
Gotta
you
enjoy every moment.
every little moment. So we're coming to you live from our new office. The podcast is getting a little facelift. You can't really see it right now because we're still using the same setup that we had before. But coming soon, we're going to have a new set, multi-camera setups, so we could bring on guests. Bring them on. We can't wait to show you.
Hey,
And
Lulu.
Lulu's here. Hi, Lulu.
Thanks for joining us. I'm really excited about bringing on guests. I think it's going to just bring a whole new energy to the show.
Yes.
I'm excited about the guests that we are going to bring on. Like I have some ideas of who. I've asked a few people, just like having a casual conversation. But definitely want to highlight people here in Santa Clarita.
Yes, it's so exciting. We want to keep it fresh, new, and exciting. And so if any of you would like to be featured on our show, please reach out to us because we'd love to have you as a guest. A few of our clients and friends who watch the show are going to be featured. So I'm really excited about it.
Yes. Today, I actually talked to one of our friends and clients, and I'm excited about them because they're in the works of trying to start a brand new restaurant on Main Street in Newhall.
Ooh.
So once they get that like really concrete, they have it, the location, they're going to do it. We'll have them on the show so they can talk about it.
Ooh, I'm excited. I can't wait to see what happens. I've heard a little bit of details about it. So that's going to be a lot of fun for them and fresh for the community, right? Have some more options.
We need some restaurants.
Yes. So it's going to be so fun. So if you're joining us here, please drop a comment because we'd love to see who's here with us and give you a little shout out. Catching up with the Silvas. We had a super busy week last week, like always, right?
Every day.
Every day is super busy.
Every day.
Chris had the opportunity to go to the All Pro Dads at the kids' school. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. So I couldn't have made it to All Pro Dads without the All Pro Mommy.
Ah,
Because, no, seriously. So school starts at 8:00. It's the only day of the week that Nola has to get up and go to school by 8. She usually starts at 10.
Mm-hmm.
And for the All Pro Dads, it starts at 7:10.
yes. It was an early start for
It's
them.
an early start
They
for
did
the
not
kids.
want to get out of the bed.
No, they didn't. But they did. And we made it there. And we played this little game like how many dads you think will be there. I honestly didn't think there would be more than 20 dads there.
Mm-hmm.
There was 50 dads plus.
That was amazing. What a great
Pretty
turnout.
cool. So basically what it is, if anybody's ever heard of Tony Dungy, he's like a Hall of Fame coach in the NFL. He came up with this, I don't know, 30 plus years ago. So there's chapters throughout the whole United States of this All Pro Dads, right? And the idea of it is it's a chance for the dads to be one-on-one with their kids. No moms allowed. Sorry, mommy.
It's okay.
No moms allowed. And it's really a place for us to brag about our kids, about how proud we are of them, right? And that's really what this first meeting was about. It was more of an introduction. So
Right.
all the dads get to know each other. All the kids get to know each other. Santino and Nola were pretty excited because they saw some kids from their class,
Right.
right? So that's pretty cool. But they have some really cool stuff lined up. Leonard Jackson's the guy.
Committed.
He's a great guy. So he's working on some stuff for us, like field trips to JPL.
Wow.
So kids love rockets, right?
Right.
They don't learn about that
I
stuff.
want to go. But
Sorry,
moms aren't allowed.
only daddies.
That's not fair.
Only daddies.
Oh, I get to stay at the school and just do PTA stuff.
That's right, girl. Go sell some Girl Scout cookies.
Wait, what?
I'm
What
just
are you
kidding,
even
sorry.
talking about?
Just messing with you.
That's so off topic. I don't even know what that means.
Isn't that part of the school? Anyhow, going back, she's getting all upset over here. We're gonna keep moving forward, okay? On this All Pro Dads. Is that okay? I'm just messing with you. Gosh. All right. So anyhow, we're gonna be going to a Clipper game and seeing the Clippers, which I'm not super impressed by that, but it's cool. I might wear some Lakers gear, at Edwards Air Force Base. There's like a lot of cool stuff coming up. So pretty excited about that. But that same day, that was a Friday, you called me up out of the blue when you were like, hey, can you meet us for lunch?
Yes.
And
Well, I got the kids out of school. They come out early on Fridays. And I said, what do you guys want for lunch today? That's always what I ask them as soon as they get in the car on Fridays, because I get to have lunch with the kids. And they said, ooh, can we go to CPK? I really want to go to feed the ducks and the geese. I'm like, okay. So we, made a little pit stop, potty break, went over to CPK and put our name in. We got to feed the ducks, the turtles, the geese. The kids were having a great time. And Chris took time out of his super busy day to meet up with us for a little bit and have some lunch, which was cool. So a little family lunch date.
it was nice. It was really nice. And we actually met another Corey with the same spelling, which is like a big deal, right? We don't meet too many Corys spelled the same way. And then we ran into some friends that you haven't seen in what, like 20 years?
Yes, I went to high school with our friend Jason and Marie. They were there, and I actually used to work with Jason at the bank. So it was cool to see them and their little son. It was fun. We got to see that. It was cool seeing them, catching up.
It was a really good time. So, I mean, people always ask, like, how do you ever have time to do anything? Like, you don't take days off, because we really don't.
No, you just have kind of like blocks of time off.
Blocks of time. So you got to, these little dates that we go on, like they're really important. So we try to do that as much as we can.
For sure. So the kids have their 100th day of school coming up, right? And for any of you parents out there, I'm sure you're aware it's like a big deal for these kids to celebrate. Oh, we've been in school for 100 days. Well, I don't remember ever doing this when we were young.
They didn't have none of that.
I don't know who came up with these ideas, but I mean, it keeps them going. They're excited. It's something fun to do at school. So Nola's project is she has to make a shirt with 100 items on it by herself and then wear it to school on the 100th day of school. So she's coming up with some ideas, and she put it together, and she made this cute ice cream cone shirt with these little like squishy ball thingies. I don't even know what you call those.
Cotton balls.
They're not cotton balls, but they're colored.
Okay, but they look like cotton balls.
They're like pom-poms. That's what they're called.
Pom-poms.
Little pom-poms on it. And then she used a hot glue gun all on her own, which, I get a little nervous sometimes. I don't want her to get hurt or burnt, but I let her do it. And then she made the little cone on the bottom with hot glue and glitter. And it came out so amazing. I thought it looked like something you could buy at the store.
It's a $25 shirt at Hot Topic.
So
it is
cute.
It was really cute. I was surprised that you actually let her do it. I was like, wow, she's letting her use a hot glue gun. I didn't say a word. I was at the table. I was like, okay. And she did amazing.
I know. It looks
I
so
can't believe
good.
that she did it herself.
I know. So she was showing it off at family dinner, and my mom and
We should have brought the shirt.
I know. We'll have to post pictures of it.
We'll post a picture.
So my mom and Tia Susan already put in their order. They want their own special shirt. So Nola and Tino's actually going to help try to make one too on his own, because
Oh, cool.
he saw that it was exciting for her. So they got some shirts, and they're actually going to make another little surprise for Tia Susan and my mom.
That's sweet.
grandma.
They're so
So-
sweet.
Oh, she's so arts and crafty. I love it.
Just like her mama.
Oh, yes.
She didn't get that from daddy, that's for sure.
When the kids kept super busy with us on the weekend, they ran errands with us, real estate errands, right? So they had a day in the life of daddy, which that was pretty fun, but they were exhausted when it was lunchtime.
I was
They're like, I just
exhausted.
want to eat. Can you feed us? But during that time when we were running errands, we secured this new office. So,
It's
times.
insane how fast stuff happens, right?
right.
Because I mean, we started looking a couple weeks ago, outgrew our space, really been wanting to do a bigger and better show. I'm so happy we found this place.
Yes.
I'm excited to see what it's going to be.
I know. It'll be so fun. Some new exciting things.
So continuing on Saturday. So good thing we had a little bit of a break. Family dinner on Saturday, right? And it was our first family dinner of the year, wasn't it?
No, we've had family dinners just with everyone there.
That's what I'm saying.
But everyone wasn't even there, though, because Alan and Lindsay and the girls weren't there.
Yeah, but they'd like make one guest spot a month.
Right,
So-
right. So we had a really good turnout because your brother hadn't been to our house since the new year
Right.
with Tanya and the kids. So they joined us, and I threw it down in the kitchen like I always do.
Man, this girl, let me tell you. So it's tough because at our dinner, like we have her parents are like meat and potato type people, right? Then we got vegetarian, and we got a vegan. And then you got the kids that don't eat nothing.
They're so picky.
So Corey's got to figure this whole menu out, right? And she does. She
So
gets it figured out
fun.
every single week. It's really impressive.
You know what's really sad is I'm so worried about what all the adults are going to eat that 9 times out of 10, I'm like, oh, shoot, I didn't make anything for the kids. And I have to whip up some just box mac and cheese real quick.
Or some nuggets or some
Or
butter
some
noodles, like some
nuggets.
of that
Yeah,
go-to
something
easy
really
stuff.
simple. So, but yeah, I love cooking for the family, and I have the most amazing sous chefs. They're always helping out in the kitchen. Our
It's
sisters.
cool to see all you ladies in there getting down in the
Yes.
kitchen.
We miss Evelyn. Oh, I can't wait to see you. She's going to be coming out soon, though.
Yeah, really soon. So one of the things we like to do at family dinner, and I don't know if everybody does this at home as well, we'd like to play games, right? So sometimes it's Scrabble. It used to be like Uno, Phase 10, and our brother and sister-in-law went ahead and introduced us to a new game. And the kids saw us playing it a couple of weeks ago, and they were like, "We want that game."
Yes.
So here's the game, you guys. If you have not ever heard of it, it's called Five Alive. It's Hasbro, so I think it's the same company that makes Uno, and it's really like if Uno and Blackjack had a baby.
No, it's not like
Yes, it is.
It's not. No, it's not like that. But it's a lot of fun.
I think it is.
I don't think it's a combo of those two. It's its own game.
If you go over 21, you bust. Right? It's the same thing in the game. You go over 21, you bust. Plus, there's like reverses and skips and all that stuff. And there's a little strategy to it. So it's 8 years old and older. And I'm not making this up. The best player in our house
Is Nola.
is Nola. And
She
she's
beats
6.
us all the time.
She has strategy to the game,
Yes.
right? I mean, you have to have some good cards too,
Uh-huh.
but you could have good cards and no strategy, you're not going to win.
Right.
So she actually been kicking our butts.
She
And we don't
has
let
been.
her win. We never let the kids win at anything.
No, you can't let them win because then they're never going to win in life.
Right. No. We don't play that. I'm going to let them win.
So hello to everyone who's watching us. We're here on R&R, and leave us a comment. Say hello. We'd love to hear from you. It helps keep the show very exciting and fun and engaging. And it looks like Monica is here. Hi,
Hey,
Monica.
Monica.
I missed you yesterday. I didn't go to jujitsu with the kids. We took a little break because we had a lot of stuff going on
A
yesterday.
ton. There's no way we would have made
But
it.
hopefully I get to see you on Thursday because I haven't seen my friend.
Hey guys, welcome back to R&R, Relationships in Real Estate. Sorry we had a little bit of technical difficulty. We're in a new place, so we're trying to iron out the kinks, but we're back. So Corey was talking about Tiana's Bayou and these crazy people that are doing what now?
Okay, so Disneyland, Tiana's Bayou Adventure is being transformed. And on the last day that Splash Mountain was open, people were bottling the water from the ride and are now selling it on eBay. What?
Okay.
This is insane.
There's a lot. There's
Do
a
you
lot
think
of
that
layers
people
here.
have gone too far? What do you think? I'm going to tell you what I think. I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
Now, what's ridiculous?
First
That
of
somebody
all,
that would bottle it, or that somebody would buy it?
both.
What's
Like
more
on
ridiculous?
I don't know. I think they're both equally ridiculous. Like, who would even just be like, oh, let me just get this water? I can't even justify them. Oh, I just want to have a piece of a memory of it. But of the water that people put their feet in sometimes?
But it is called Splash Mountain. So like that is the whole excitement of the ride. Is it's a wet ride.
Right.
So I mean, look, we live in the US, guys. It's a capitalistic place, right? That's what we're known for across the world. It's one of the things. We're a capitalistic country. I think it's a genius idea for somebody to be like, I'm going to bottle up some water and some sucker is going to pay me. What are they charging for this water? $50, $100? I don't know.
I don't know. Someone just told me the story and I could not believe it. $500?
$500.
For how
Goodness.
much water? How many ounces is that?
I don't know, but
That is insane.
so how do you become a certified
Certified
seller of
of
Splash Mountain water? How does that happen? Because how do you know that's what you're buying? Like, look, Corey and I go there often, And we could just go back and say, look, here's the date that we went, the proof that we went that day, and here's the water.
I can't.
There's no way I could buy
anybody who's buying it. There's a demand for it. Like
now, if you got
you need some help.
If you got like a prop off of the Splash Mountain, like yeah, I might buy that. Like it's a prop, like it's the bunny or something, right?
You can't take that though.
People do that stuff all the time.
Oh my gosh.
So, but I'm saying if there was something like that, like tangible, that you could put in your house, right? Like
no, it is tangible. It's water.
No, but it's water. Like, doesn't it evaporate? Like, how long is it going to be in that bottle? Like, is there a bottle you could put it in that it never evaporates?
Well, I was thinking like maybe if someone wanted to get super creative and crafty, because I'm kind of crafty, they could have like a little figurine of Splash Mountain. Like, I'm sure you could find that somewhere, right? And then get like one of those snow globes, like a personal snow globe that you make on your own, and put that Splash Mountain water in there. That would be golden.
There you go, girl. Now you just got to find this water online, or we can go back in time and get some of that water just on one of the days that we were there. Like, oh, Splash Mountain water.
Yeah, no, I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
People are crazy, but
yes.
Hey, I'm not gonna. It's an honest hustle,
right?
It's a hustle, right? There's so many different ways to hustle out there, you guys. This is just one of a million of
So
different
did
ways.
any of our viewers buy the water? We won't judge you.
Would you buy the water? I think is a bigger thing. Because maybe people never heard this till right now.
That's why it's so quiet. No one's saying anything like, oh man, I just bought that water. $500.
That's a lot of money. Inflation, huh?
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. But they do charge $50 for a water bottle there. Like a Disney Starbucks water bottle. Those fancy ones? $50.
How much are they at Starbucks?
20, 25. Something like that.
I mean, that seems about right.
That's crazy. So crazy.
Speaking of Disneyland, though, can I just say we had the worst food ever? It was disgusting.
Why are you so surprised? It's terrible there.
There's a rule, right? That the hungrier you are, the better something tastes.
Right.
Like
there's no type of hunger that can.
We were starving. Nest. We were starving.
Even the fries were terrible.
And we went to Galactic Grill. Only because they have mac and cheese at that specific one, and we're like at Matterhorn. You do these
crazy things at Disneyland just to keep your kids happy, because if they're not happy, you're not happy, right?
Anywhere.
But then we're suffering with that food. It's terrible.
The kids didn't even like the mac and cheese. They were like, "This is gross," and I'm like, "It's the same mac and cheese. I don't know what they're doing there."
Yeah.
But Disneyland just do better.
Yes.
Like, how hard is it? We were talking about this because we had Jack in the Box on the way home. And we were like, how hard is it for you to have Jack in the Box quality food at Disneyland? It's not that hard.
No, I don't really know what's going on there.
I just don't they just don't give any F's. They know people have to eat.
Yes.
People aren't going there buying their food because, oh my God, I can't wait to have this galactic burger. It's because, oh my God, if I don't eat right now, I'm going to faint.
Right.
Right? And then you eat it and then you're like, oh, well, I'm not going to faint anymore, but I might throw up or shit my pants. It's terrible. So disappointed in their food. So disappointed.
Oh my goodness. Well, we had a great time because we were going to Disneyland, and our little niece Skylar, it was her first visit. So we were able to meet up with Jeff and Katya and some other friends. So that was cool because we got to see Justin and his daughter, the Primos. We missed you, Kimmy, if you're watching, and Jack. They decided to stay home, but we had a great time with them. And Nola loves her Skylar, and so does Tino. And it's to the point now where Skylar, she's a little over 1. She's like 1.5. She asked for Nola to hold her, and she just picks her up and kind of dangles her around, and it's so cute.
It's the funniest thing because she's so petite and cute. She's like a little doll, and then Nola is, she's 6, so when Nola picks her up, it's like 2 dolls holding each other. It's the funniest thing.
Cute.
And she learned how to say Nola's name.
Yeah, she asked for her. She wanted to. They were taking a picture of her in front of the castle for her first visit, and she called to have Nola be in the picture with her. So adorable.
It worked out because there's a lot of rides that she can't go on,
right.
Skylar, and she's hanging out with Nola. She doesn't care.
Yeah, it was great.
She had a great time. So one of the switching back to like how Disney needs to do better. So we went on Space Mountain, and can you please tell me what happened?
Well, it was exciting at first because Nola finally built up the courage to ask somebody other than mommy and daddy to go on the ride with her.
Which is a big deal for her to...
She's so shy. If she wants something, she usually says, Mommy, can you ask? And I'm like, no, you need to do it. Like, You need to build up the confidence to be able to ask for something on your own. So this time I said, well, she said, I want to go on the ride with Katie. I said, okay, great. Go ask her.
And Katie's
she
Justin's 12-year-old daughter.
Yes. So she asked Katie to go on the ride with her. And Katie's like, yeah, I'll go with you. So 12, 6-year-old, right? We didn't know that there was like some age restriction on them not being able to ride together. No one told us.
Right.
You know, they see them standing together. They tell them what line to go in. We're waiting in line to get on.
They were standing there for a while.
I mean, we're waiting there to get on the ride. And then right as soon as the gates open, they ask them, how old are you? So they tell them and they go, oh, well, you guys can't ride together. You need to ride with someone older. So as the gates are open, it's confusing for a 6-year-old and a 12-year-old who are standing at the front of the line. They're trying to figure out where to go. Nola's a little like, well, where do I go, mommy? So I tell her to come to me. And we're trying to like move it around so we know where they're going to sit. And as she's walking out, the gate the little door, it's a see-through door. It's like a plexiglass door, slammed on her face. I was so upset. Like, poor baby's crying. I go and grab her. I'm like, why would you slam the door on her face when you see she's coming out? That makes zero sense to me.
Right.
And the cast members had the nerve to yell at us to hurry up and get on the ride. I was so pissed. So pissed.
Yeah. So they were more concerned, and instead of our daughter's safety, they were more concerned about speeding up and keeping the ride moving. The ride. Because their words, not mine. If that ride breaks down very easily, and if it doesn't keep going, it's going to break down, which it did. It shut down for like 15 minutes.
And then they blamed us for shutting down the ride.
They never brought a medic to come check to see if Nola was okay. They never came to talk to her to see if she was okay.
They never even asked her if she was okay. It was so annoying. I'm like, wait a minute. You're sitting here blaming us for the ride breaking down instead of seeing if she's all right. And then I think maybe 5 minutes pass and they're like, oh, does she need a nurse? Or a doctor to go see a nurse.
Oh, I didn't even hear that part.
Well, it had already been like 5 or 10 minutes and they're screaming at all of us to get out of the way. Like it was so frustrating. So Nola finally calmed down. You know, she had this big bump on her head, but she still wanted to go on the ride. I mean, You know, these kids, they're resilient. She didn't hold on to it forever, but she was ready to go on that ride. So finally, once the ride got up and running, I see kids that are younger than her getting on the ride together. They were way under whatever their age limit was, and they said nothing to them. Just let them go. No big deal. So yeah, I have a bone to pick with Disney. And you know, I normally don't go and complain to guest relations, but I did that day. Not because I want anything out of it, but their excuse was this happens because I go, well, why did the gate shut? And no one gave me an answer for that. I don't know if it's automated or if someone actually pushes a button.
Right.
But I'm like, she got hit in the face. They go, oh, it happens all the time. That was their response.
At guest relations?
No, not at guest relations, at the ride. And when I complained at the end of the ride and told them like what happened, she goes, oh yeah, that happens all the time. I'm like, so if this is happening all the time and kids are getting slapped in the face with a plexiglass door, like there needs to be something that fixes it. So I put in my complaint to customer relations. Let's see if they fixed it.
Shame on Disney. We need to make this a clip, post it, and tag them on it so they can see how terrible they are.
Yeah, I know. Well,
that company, dude, let me just tell you, like that company is just, I know they brought the, Bob Iger back. I don't know if it's too late. Like there's just so many things that are wrong with them. Seriously, like they overcharge. The quality of food is like, you can't even, they won't even eat it in a third world country.
The cast members' magic is totally gone. It's like, it's not even like a little bit gone. It's just straight up rude and mean. Like, why do they have to be so mean to her, Why
you gotta be so rude?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So since we're on the topic of, just complaining right now, which I really don't like to complain, but the new ride, Mickey's Runaway Railroad, that was released, I believe, on Wednesday last week or Thursday, one of the days. And that's over in Toontown.
Right.
So you have to get into a virtual queue if you want to get on the ride.
There's two queue
times, one at 7 a.m. and one at 1 p.m. So I had my alarm set for 1 p.m. We're waiting in line, and Justin and I were going on there trying to, get in the queue. Same exact time. I didn't get in the queue, unfortunately, but Justin did. So I'm like, oh, this is so cool. You guys get to ride it, like be one of the first people to ride it. So his boarding group, I think he was supposed to get on around 4:30 or something like that. But this isn't even guaranteeing that you're getting to the front of the line. This means that you get a chance to wait in line for another hour.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance I could get on there. So he was like, oh, it's not a big deal. You didn't get in. We'll try. But if not, it's no big deal. We'll go next time. So his daughter's like, well, let's go, Dad, at 4:30. He checks 4:30. Nope, still not time yet. Do you know he did not get his notification to get on the ride for his boarding time until after we left the park at 11:30 at night?
But he did have the option to pay $20 times 2 to not get in the front of the line, but to expedite.
Yeah. They have a lightning lane in addition to that. So you can pay $20 if you want to make sure that you...
I said expedite.
Expedite?
Yeah, it's one of those. So, hey, Olga, you're with us.
Olga's here. Hi, Olga. So good to see you here with us. You had a lot of celebrating this past week. All your babies had birthdays. Happy birthday to all your kids.
Her family's growing.
So she said, glad it was a great company to work for 13 years. Just not the same anymore. It really isn't. I don't know what's going on over there.
It's not. We saw the big group of trainees. Remember walking through the park?
Yes.
Trying to get them ready for this upcoming summer.
Do better, Disney. Do better.
It has to go back to the magic. I think the problem with most of these big corporations, it always comes down to the stock price. How do we make the stock price go up?
Right.
Right. And that's what they care about. Right. And Disney, the reason they blew up and the reason it became such a great company is they figured out how to make magical experiences.
Right.
Right. And once they get away from that company's going to fall apart. You have to stick to magical experiences.
Right.
That's what I love about Disney. That's what kids love about Disney. I know that's what you love about Disney.
For sure.
So go back to just giving us a great experience when we get there. Stop worrying about pinching every little penny. Like, there's no reason the food should be that way. There's no reason that plexiglass should be hitting somebody in the face, right? Like,
right. I'm like,
these are simple things to fix.
Yeah.
Just fix them.
Fix them.
Oh, I'm sorry if the CEO doesn't make, they lose $10 million on their $100 million bonus. Like, how much is enough money?
Yeah.
That's what gets me about corporations. I could go all day about bagging on corporations, but instead I'm going to talk about something that made me happy. So I get a call from Corey and she goes, we do this all the time. I'm at Costco. I'll take pictures of recliners and I'll send them to Corey and I'm like, I think I found the one. And then she'd be like, no, you didn't.
It's so ugly. We're not putting that in our living room.
So
Chris has made it very clear that our new furniture, he has to have a recliner. And I don't know if all of you have been in the recliner market lately. Man, recliners have come a long way. There's some recliners that have charging stations in it, massaging, heaters, but they gotta look good. I don't care about all that stuff. Just make it look nice. So it's been very hard to find a recliner that is going to fit his needs and then also be aesthetically pleasing to the small little living room space that we have.
So for me, I could care less about any of what she just talked about right now, except that it reclines and that it's comfortable.
Right.
I want a comfortable space for me. I don't care about guests. I don't care about none of that stuff. One recliner. I don't care what color it is. It needs to be comfortable. I need to be able to sit in it and just relax in my own living room. That's it. I'm a pretty simple guy. I don't ask for much, right? Well,
abracadabra.
She got me 2 recliners and she was like, all right, so I need you to go pick them up, but I don't know if it's going to fit. So luckily I was talking to a friend. He happened to be in the area, had a truck, picked it up, right?
Yes.
So I didn't even tell you this part. So I'm at the store picking them up and I'm like, so where are they? And he goes, I'm pretty sure they're right there. And I'm like, nah, I don't think that's it. Here's the receipt, because Corey texted me the receipt. I'm like, here's the receipt. Can you go find which ones they are? And then he looks and he goes, those are it. I'm like, really?
You didn't like them?
I mean.
Well, so now the truth comes out. I've asked him several times, did you like it?
Well, I love the recliner itself. The color I'm not in love with. But I don't care. It's all good. But it just doesn't match anything in our house.
Well, when I was at the store, I said, I'm going to send you a picture. I think we may have found the recliner. I don't need to hear anything more. Just buy it. I was like, I'm going to send you a picture.
Yeah.
Don't send me a picture. Just buy it. I said, okay.
Because I've been wanting this recliner, and Corey never calls me saying she found the one. It's always me trying to get a damn recliner. And what I can say is it is very comfortable. That's all I really care about. But the color, I mean, I don't know.
The style is nice.
It's
the
like a
comfort is
1920s
amazing.
style color. It's like that light, like that super light blue, like you'd find it like in a 1920s hotel.
I don't know about all that, but I saw it and I'm like, I don't know about the color, but I think I can make it work. And I was going to show them, and then I'm like, oh, but they don't hold things at Home Goods. So if I want it, I need to get it now. Otherwise, it's not going to be there.
Right. So like nothing
So
matches.
if you want, I could return it.
we need
Should we return it?
Now we need couches. We need new bar stools. You know, we need to paint the walls so it can match the recliners.
Yeah. Those are all the things that we were going to do regardless.
Yes,
We're
yeah.
going to paint the walls.
I'm teasing you.
It's a
I'm teasing you.
transformation. It's not supposed to match what we have now because it's going to be new and fresh.
All right. Corey is going, if you guys are following design, like architectural design and those magazines, she is going for the modern coastal look,
Yes.
which I think this actually fits the modern coastal look for sure. The unfortunate thing is nothing else does in our house. So that's the first piece to the puzzle.
No.
You found it like that centerpiece. Now we just got to start building around it. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh my goodness. Well, Olga chimed in here. She said, you're so right. That's why all the Disney stores are gone. That explains it.
That
I'm
does
getting back
explain
to
it.
Disney. I miss those stores. Those were fun.
The kids love to go to those
I
stores.
know. It was like a little taste of Disney when you couldn't go. Oh, well.
Right. I mean, I think they have plenty of taste of Disney in the house now. We have like the biggest stuffy collection from Disney. I mean, trash bags of stuff.
Okay. That's fine. They're only little for so long. So did everyone catch the third episode of The Last of Us? Chris and I have been watching that show, and it's making waves on the internet. Some people are cheering for Emmy nominations, while others are review bombing it with negative reviews.
Why?
All I know is that was a beautiful episode. I loved it.
I thought it was a really good episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. I mean, I know
Because
that
that show, you're like expecting like all this crazy end of the world stuff, and then it shows a love story.
it's a zombie show. I mean, sort of zombie show that it's not about the zombies.
Right.
It's about the people in the show, right?
Right.
That's not the highlight of the show so far in 3 episodes in. So it looks like people that are bombing, like they're giving negative reviews about the show, they can't wrap their head around like a gay relationship during the apocalypse.
Come on. People are just so ridiculous.
Who cares, right? Like, I don't
love
know.
is love. Relationships are relationships.
I thought it was a very interesting couple
Yes.
because one's like a survivalist and the other one, he's like the happy-go-lucky guy, right?
Yes.
I thought it was
They
really
were yin and yang.
I thought it was really sweet how they put that together. Corey always thinks I don't have a soul because it's really hard for me to cry. Like I can't cry watching a show. Like there's not
Right.
really anything that moves me except Richie. Not my Richie. That's the last time I cried watching TV. I boohooed. I was like 11 years old and I cried like a baby.
Oh,
I think I was in the fetal position too. Like,
Not Richie.
the ugly cry.
That and Old Yeller are the only other times you've cried.
Yeah, but I was 5 when I died. When I cried about Old Yeller, I'm like, but that was it. Like I'm a little dead inside, I think, but that I could see why somebody would cry. It was really beautiful the way they put that together.
Mm-hmm.
And then you watch the show afterwards, like the director talking about it. He said he cried 120 times rewatching it.
Well, Chris looks over at me and he's like, "You're crying, huh?" Like he always calls me out when I'm crying during a show. Oh my goodness. So Evelyn said, Angel and I started to watch it, but haven't seen the 3rd episode. We like it.
I
It's
guarantee
a good-
Angel's gonna cry. I don't know about my sister crying because she's a Silva too.
Yeah,
And-
she's got tough skin.
Yeah, I don't know. We got concrete on the inside.
It's a really good episode. It was so good.
It was good. I'm looking forward to. I'm starting to like the show a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a couple people say they didn't really like episode 2. But I thought it was good. The show's not great or anything. It's only 3 episodes in,
Right.
but it's look. All they have to do on these shows on each week is be good enough for you to want to watch the next week.
Yes.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
One show at a time. And it's HBO, so I always give them the benefit of the doubt. Even if it starts off slow,
Right.
I give them the benefit of the doubt. They've made so many historically great shows over the last 30 years. Like, how can you not watch it? Like,
Right.
all of our favorite shows that we've ever watched, 90% of them are on HBO. So far, so good. I think HBO is knocking it out of the park.
Lulu said he's probably going to cry,
Told you.
laugh out loud.
Big softy.
Oh, I love Angel and
Me too.
Lulu. Can't wait to give them hugs. So switching things up a bit to real estate, Chris delivered keys to new happy homeowners this past week. How exciting for them. And I know that they're doing some updating to the house, and they're going to be enjoying some nice coffee and lattes once they move in.
So I had the best compliment. So this is our friends Tim and Sherry. It's her name's pronounced different than it's
spelled.
than it's spelled. But Sherry. So Tim and Sherry, it's pretty cool. Tim moved in 1st. Sherry's out of the state with her mom because Tim wants to renovate the house before she comes and see it.
Well, don't give any surprises away.
No,
What
she
if
knows.
she's
She
watching?
knows what he's doing.
Oh,
she
okay,
knows what
okay.
he's doing. But anyhow, so he gave the best compliment. One, he already referred to somebody that already called me. That's the best compliment you could ever give an
Amazing.
agent, right? But he was like, "Yeah, I told the guy, why would he? I know he has a friend that's a realtor, but like, you know everybody out here. You got our offer accepted. You got his closing costs." He goes, "Thank God for referring me Rudy, because Rudy's doing all." Rudy Aguilar is like our guy. He's like our handyman extraordinaire. But the guy used to run 300 people. He managed 300 people on a crew in Guatemala. Like, he knows how to run a job,
Yes.
especially his house, right?
Right.
So Rudy's over there doing all kinds of work to his house. And then he was like, "Yeah, everybody that I've needed, like, you have everything. You're like a one-stop shop." And we did their loan too, right?
Yes.
So yeah, he made me feel really good,
Yes.
right? So he's super happy. I'm so excited for him and for his wife, and they want to get together when she gets back into town.
Ooh, I can't wait to meet them in person because I've heard so much about them. And I can't wait to see the house because I know he's doing some updating to it. So these are the fun things that happen. You know, once you get your house, yes, it's exciting, it's overwhelming, but then you move in, there's like a whole nother list of things to do. Right. So it's fun to embrace those times. And sometimes, like when you're moving from somewhere else and you don't have a lot of friends in the neighborhood, it's cool that you could like reach out and have us come over. So all of our friends who are buying homes, yeah, I'm going to be that one who invites us over. We're coming to see your house.
And I'm guilty for inviting myself over a lot.
I did that last night. I'm like, hey, I'll be at your house for dinner.
Yeah, especially if we find out like our friends could cook,
Oh, yes.
we're definitely
there.
inviting ourselves over for dinner. Like that happens all the time.
So Olga just made a comment. She said, just got out of a meeting and it's only going to get better on HBO. So,
Ooh.
yes. So she works in the industry. And so, that show's going to get better, or HBO in general.
I mean, HBO is already awesome. I think she's talking about
The show. Ooh, I can't wait. She's got the inside scoop.
So I also was at an event last week that I didn't get a chance to talk about. I think it was on Thursday.
Right.
So I was at an event and it was a elite kickoff of the year, right? So they had a speaker, Tristan Ahumada, which he's not necessarily big on the consumer side if people heard of him, but like he's a celebrity for agents.
Right.
Right? Because he's like, he knows social media so well and all that
Right.
stuff, right? So it felt really good because a lot of the things that he was talking about, we've been doing those things, me
For our
and you,
clients.
Silver Realty, for years. So maybe that's why we're having a good run, right?
Right.
But anyhow, so it was really great to see that. One of the things that really stuck out was I talked to Brian Border, who is like the main guy at Loan Depot
Right.
in all of Santa Clarita. So he has a bunch of loan officers that work for him.
Right.
And he said in the month of January that loan applications went up 45%.
Wow.
That is huge, you guys. What does that mean? That means
People are ready to
March,
buy.
April, the market is going to be insane. There's a bunch of new buyers coming in and they're going to be buying up all these houses in March and April. And if you go back and you check our shows out from December and November, we were saying, hey, November, December, January, great time to get a deal on a house.
Right.
Because houses are they might be sitting there for a little while. Sellers get a little anxious. They're ready to move them, right? Well, now we're already seeing, we're just February 1st, we're already seeing multiple offers again. Now they're not 10 offers, they're like 2 offers, maybe 3. But we're starting to see multiple offers on some properties. Sellers are pushing back. They're not wanting to make repairs. And it's tough for the buyers because there's not a lot of inventory. So you're like, do I plant my flag and say, yes, I'm going to move forward with this sale? Or am I going to keep looking and jump back in the pool with all the other buyers, right?
Right.
So it's still like a neutral time, I think, but it's going to tilt back to sellers come April and May when there's a ton of buyers back in the market. A lot of people wait for that tax return check and they go buy a place.
Or people are waiting until it gets a little bit closer to summer. So then when school is out, then they have some time to move and stuff, move their kids around.
So anyhow, pretty excited about that. What I want to talk about next week is I also had a meeting the very same day with Bridge to Home, the shelter that they're building out here. And we're going to talk about that next week because we're thinking about possibly joining the board there.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, whatever God puts in front of you, like to help, like, I don't know, you have to really, really think about it and do it if you can, I think.
Absolutely.
Right?
Give help where needed.
There's so much more real estate stuff. I know that we're running behind today on the show. Hopefully next week we'll have all the kinks fixed, right?
Worked out, yep.
Worked out. So tonight, looking ahead, you have some plans. What do you got going on tonight?
I have some plans. I'm going to be celebrating my girl Steph's birthday. Happy birthday, Stephanie. She's the owner of SCV Pack Walk, and she's amazing.
What is SCV Pack Walk?
It is, she does these pack walks with dogs, and it's like a training, right? So she comes and picks up your dog. Your dog gets to get trained with the whole pack. And she walks up to like 15 dogs at a time, her and her whole team. And our dog has benefited so much from her and her team. Uma, since she's been a puppy, has been going to SCV Pack Walk, and she goes 2 times a week. And our dog is so amazing.
She is.
She's so good. And it's like, not only are they getting the training from the walkers, but they're getting the training from the other dogs.
Right.
They keep them in line. They learn how to be social with each other. When they're out walking around, there's a lot of distractions, like people walking out, dogs barking, windy days, cars. And so it really gets the dogs to, acclimate with other dogs, people, and it's the best training ever. So I love her, and I love her company and what she does for our pup. But yeah, I get to see her tonight and celebrate her birthday.
Awesome. Yeah, if you get a chance to check them out, I would definitely do that. She has a background of working with Cesar Millan for years.
Yes.
So she's more of like a dog psychiatrist, right?
Psychologist.
Sorry.
And she says usually it's not the pet, it's the owner.
Right. So we were lucky enough that with the pack walk, we never actually did formal dog training with Uma. We just got her into the pack early, and she kind of got trained from the pack, plus what we do at the house, right? So if you can get on that list, SCV Pack Walk, because you can't take your dog today, there's a list to get on that thing.
Oh, yes. She's in high demand.
She's in high demand. So if you get on now, I think you might be able to get in
next
spring,
couple months, maybe.
I think last time it was like a 3-month waiting list.
Right.
So want to check that out.
Excited for her and her growing business.
Yes.
Always love seeing our friends succeed.
All of them.
Yes. So this week is busy for Chris as well. He has a listing appointment coming up for a possible new listing in Granada Hills.
Yeah, so that's Friday. But before I even get into that, tomorrow I have an appointment with one of my childhood best friends. And when I say child, that means 2nd grade.
Wow.
Right? We reconnected. He found my information, called me up. We're going to be meeting tomorrow because he wants to purchase another home. So we're going to go over like tax paperwork and stuff. But we're having lunch tomorrow. I'm going to the Valley, which I don't go to the Valley much often anymore. But I'll be there not only tomorrow, but I'll be there Friday. So Friday I will be there for a listing appointment. Pretty unique house. So check this out, you guys. I don't know who's going to buy this house. And what I mean when I don't know who, I don't know if it's going to be a first-time home buyer because the house is only 650 square feet.
Oh, okay.
That's ADUs are roughly about 700 square feet. So it's a smaller house, but it's on a big lot, like 13,000 square foot flag lot.
Ooh.
Now, the reason I think usually I would just say, an investor is going to buy this, tear it down, build a big house, which may very well be the case, but it's right down the street, walking distance from Granada Hills. high school.
Oh,
And it's such high demand. Like people get on waiting lists and lotteries and
yes.
you know, they buy houses specifically down the street so their kids
their
could
school.
go there. So that is going to be a really hot commodity. So when we do hit the market, I'll let you guys know about it. We have another listing that I'm going to be meeting with it's a friend of ours. We say sellers and buyers, but they're all our friends.
Yes.
Right. That's probably going to be hitting the market. My guess is about 2 weeks from now. And that's going to be in Bridgeport. And if anybody knows where Bridgeport is, you see all the ducks and the man-made lake and all that stuff. That's a whole huge community called Bridgeport, right? Walking distance from the mall. It's like kind of where everybody wants to be at. So we have a Bridgeport listing coming up in a couple weeks too. But if you guys wanted to get in there sooner, I might be able to get you in. It's like 2,100 square feet, 4-bed, 3-bath, I believe, or 3-bed, 3-bath, but 2,100 square feet nonetheless, with a little bit of a yard, gated community. I think we're going to list for like $825.
Awesome.
And got to talk about our listings that we got right now. We still have Santa Clarita Road in Saugus, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, about 1,200 square feet with a big yard, big patio room. That's going for only $725. So we've had a lot of people come by. I think that's probably going to be gone after the weekend. But if you're interested in seeing that one, let me know. And lastly, let's talk about our lease listings, right? So we have a lease listing in West Ridge, which is another great, beautiful community, right?
And this one has a view of the golf course.
Golf course view. So nice yard, view of the golf course. The seller couldn't help himself. He renovated the house.
Oh, how nice. So a new tenant can enjoy all the new upgrades in there.
Yeah, so most landlords will not renovate a house, something that's going to be for lease, because it's, you know, renters are going to live in it, right? Not them. But he couldn't help himself. So all brand new, newer appliances, new AC and heater, lighting, shower door. Like, it's beautiful, right? It's beautiful. It's only $3,800. I know that sounds like a lot, but to live in that area with all 10s on the schools, and all the schools are walking distance.
Yes.
And it's a huge clubhouse, pool, tennis courts, all that good stuff. $3,800. You could be right on the golf course, you guys. Last one, we have one coming up in Saugus. Now, what's the name of that community that's right there off of Haskell and Copper Hill? I can't remember the name at the moment, but these homes were built like in 2003, 2004. This is another house that's about 2,100 square feet, 2,200 square feet, 4-bed, 3-bath. It's not in a gated community, but it does have a pool, community pool. And that's probably gonna be about $4,000 a month, right? So, hey, whether you want to buy, sell, refinance, get a purchase loan, or lease your home, and you need somebody to manage it, we do all that here at Silver Realty, right? Silver Lending, Silver Property Management. Really exciting things happening, you guys. I'm so excited to be in business with my best friend, my soulmate, my everything. If you can't tell, we love what we do. We love helping our friends. So we'd love to help you guys too if we ever get a shot.
Yes, we would love that. Well, thank you so much for sharing all the amazing activity we have going on in real estate. Some other fun things coming up this week. We have a birthday for little Miss Zaya. She just turned 6 yesterday. So happy birthday, Zaya.
Happy birthday.
We're going to go celebrate her on Friday. And then right after her birthday party, we have International Night at Pico Canyon Elementary. So we're super excited about that. That is such a fun night. Our school is one of the most diverse in the entire school district in Santa Clarita, and we have what's called International Night, and it's so much fun because the kids get a passport. They get to go to each little booth where all the different cultures are set up and get their passport stamped for each country they go to, which is a lot of fun. They have food, they have entertainment. I am over the moon excited to go there. Anyone who goes to the school and hasn't heard about it, I'm like shouting from the top of the mountains about how fun it is. It's so much fun.
Yeah,
I can't wait to go.
It's my favorite event they have all year. And it's the first time since the pandemic that they're having it again. So we got to experience it when Tino was in TK, and we haven't experienced it since.
Yep.
So we're really looking forward to it. I know my favorite part, I think, is everything you just mentioned is amazing. I don't know that they're going to have food because of COVID now. We'll see if they have food.
I don't know.
But my favorite part of the whole night is people from different cultures. They get up on the stage and they do it. They put on a show that's based on their culture, right? So
Yes.
sometimes they're dances or plays or whatnot. And
Or drums. I'm just
I don't know what we're going to see.
Yes.
I'm excited to see that. Like, that's my favorite part.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. If anyone here is watching the show and attends Pico, hopefully we'll see you there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us here on R&R. I think this is going to be our show today. We appreciate you hanging out with us here every week. Be sure to catch us here weekly on Facebook Live at noon on Wednesdays. We're your host, Corey and Chris Silva, and we will catch you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.